complete full education, kind of, and then we as IT firms employ them later. But there is now also a counter tendency that we actually start employing them earlier, right? Because some of these offshore trends have stabilized and we see an opportunity to take up people earlier, right? But the main thing is that this is secondary education. Everybody should be able to code, everybody.
Mark, please.
If I may.
Yeah.
I think the beauty is in the difference, and not all of the people or not all of the kids will be musicians, and in the same way not all will be the coders or the programmers. And I think the first or the basic level is this 21st century skills, and that we as the Microsoft also very much put focus on. And the digital skills is part of that, and they need to know it. And in the programming, and if we take into account the small kids, the basics of programming is actually the algorithmical thinking, that the certain things lead to the certain result. And this way of thinking will help in any industry.
I would not disagree with your question, because the difficulty we have with this type of awareness campaign is we try to use the same tools to solve different issues. And in fact, we have two different types of issues. We have the first issue is a basic level of IT literacy or IT competence that any young student should have. And there is another issue where we lack very high-skilled IT professionals. But the way to tackle that, and that's part of the mistake in the communication when we try to put everything in the same box, but it doesn't work. Because the tools to be used in order to guarantee a basic level of competence in IT for everybody, and the other way in order to look more and focus more on or preparing and training very high-level IT professionals is completely different. And when we surveyed our ministries on coding, that's not only programming, and that's the problem is if you look at and the way curriculum are designed is a little bit complicated. But coding is more logical reasoning, how to address problem solving as well. So which means that's only to provide the basic level of competence that one should have as well as writing, calculating, and so on. As Lieve mentioned, it doesn't mean that all will become very highly skilled IT professionals in the future. So that's a difference between the basic competence, which requires specific actions, whereas we have also to look at what should be the more approach to be looked at for highly skilled people that also industry needs.
Thank you very much for, all the panelists, a big applause for them. Thank you for joining us in this session. You are now invited to join the coffee area and the booth area for a break. And, then there will be a final session, I think, in plenary. Thank you.